Yo, what is going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to another episode of the Respect the Game podcast. As always, I know it may sound repetitive, but it's just it's a seriousness, and always saying we don't take y'all taking time out y'all schedule to listen to us, especially if you are a returning listener, and we definitely promise to make you respect the game if you are a new listener. So my name is Edward, named after my father, a great man. Shout out to my mama for making that decision. Please make sure you go follow at EMAC Stats for all your up-to-date sports coverage, high school, college, and pro level. Will not disappoint you with the up-to-date sports coverage. Yeah, man. And these are my brothers.
Oh man, Sean Hart is a charismatic, good excellence at its finest. YouTube, SoundCloud, Instagram, Twitter, Cash App, whatever, man. Follow it. Money, send it. Lit.
Yes, sir. It's Black Peace, the host with the most, that blows the most smoke, the rap plug, the hip hop plug, the one with the goatee. You already know. Following Talkin Smoke on podcasts. What is that? Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. I mean, shit, I'm global. Follow me.
Good afternoon, beautiful people. It is the one and only Sedacious Xavier Miles, and on the behalf of me and my brothers, I'm just gonna piggyback off every one time, man. We just want to say we love y'all. In a time where love ain't being spread right now, it's important that y'all know that we fuck with y'all because y'all fuck with us, and that's just it. It's simple and plain. Any one of my brothers here will share my sentiment. Take it away. Oh, and we missing a member, but shouts out to him, Coach Johnson. Take it away, yo.
Yeah, man. Yeah, shout out to Coach Johnson. Yeah, man. He'll hopefully be back with us next week. Real quick, I know this is like random as but I'm only asking this because like the snippets and stuff that you put out, I find them very like catchy and talented. I was about to say something. I knew I was gonna say pause, so I didn't say
it. Pause alert.
We're gonna get a pause, but hey, bro, like for however much of it you can like disclose, like what is like your like, do you do the music for like sport, for like talent? Is it like a long-term goal you like slowly plotting together? Cause I mean, I believe in you, and like I say, the snippets that you put out, like I'd be like, oh, this shit like hitting. So I just like want to know like what's like the musical game plan in terms of like your creativity.
Really, honestly, I just do it for fun because I can right now, but I am in the works of like trying to get like my United Masters set up so I can like in my BMI get my song trust registered. So like when I do drop songs and singles, I can get paid from it and I ain't got nobody, like I just ain't just dropping shit for free like a SoundCloud rapper, so to speak. I have my business in line. So, when I do promote it and, it does drop on like platforms and shit, I'll be getting some revenue from it. So that's really it's in the works, man. I don't like to talk a whole lot about it. I'm more like a, show you type of person. So I may drop and have it ready any day. So it's just, you never know. You never know. So, but yeah, I'm definitely doing it, man. So I'm interested in it. So it's just more so kind of finding that fine line between, okay, I like it, but how consistent and how passionate am I wanting to be with it? But
yeah. No, that's what's up, man. United Masters, I know y'all probably don't need us, but hey, man, give us some sponsorship. I know United Masters, that's definitely the way to go for like independent artists out there developing themselves. They get players on like all type, the ESPNs, the 2Ks, the Maddens, and all the whole nine. So salute to United Masters. Make sure you follow Sean Hart Izzo for whenever he gets ready to drop his music. So yeah, man. Sedacious, Live the rapper. Man, you've been having conversations the past couple of days about the book that you fell in love with as of recently. Talk to the people about that book, and I guess like what's been like the most, I guess, appealing thing to you about the book thus far?
Well, the thing that jumps out of the pages to me is how the book relates to being masculine as far as being with your woman and as far as out with the world.
Before you continue, the book we're talking about is called The Way of the Superior Man. So I don't have the actual physical. If you could show them the physical.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Way of the Superior Man by David Dida.
Yeah, so pretty much it talks about how you gonna be trying to penetrate your woman and you too pussy to penetrate the world, you know. And that's penetrate the world, whatever your mission is, whatever your goal in life is. And if you don't have a mission to your core, you're not waking up and having your diet and having all of your habits be worked around your mission and your core, then like you're feminine. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with being feminine. It's just some men haven't been able to recognize their feminine side. And so it's keeping them from even being as masculine as they need to be. So this book just kind of touches on all the ways that, you know, you can just pretty much just stay true to you and to your core.
Yeah, I know I read the book like a year ago, like the very beginning of like the pandemic. And I know I had like sent it out to like you and Darnell and stuff. And you definitely make me want to go back and reread it. But at the time when I had my hands on it, the biggest thing that I had took away from the book is like when you just talk about like that dynamic between male and female and like their relationship complex is like just understanding that like as a man and like leading with like your masculinity, like always understand no matter how chaotic the situation may be, and no matter how chaotic or frustrated your woman may be at whatever given moment point in time, like always understand that as the alpha male, like you always dictate the mood and like the what's the word I'm looking for? The climate. You always dictate the climate in the relationship, no matter what. And so I think that's been like the biggest jewel for me myself, and like navigating like a relationship. Like, okay, she's mad, but also understand that like you as like the alpha male, like leading with your masculinity, like it's in a woman's nature to like give in to that, or you know, like what's the word we had said? Submit to, right? It's in a woman's nature to submit to like that masculinity, that alpha male presence. And so like if you understand that, like when dealing with, you know, your woman, whether she mad, happy, or sad, like you always have like the control to, not on some like gorilla type shit, but like to, you know what I'm saying, to dictate like how y'all interact with each other. It's mostly predicated off how you react. So like that was the biggest jump I got from it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, your girl on 10 right now, but like you have the power to either go to 10 with her or bring her down. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's like stop me from having a million arguments about nothing. So yeah. So salute to the Way of the Superior Man. I don't think it's just, I know man may seem like it's just for men, but I think if women out for our female listeners, if y'all read that, I think y'all will get some great gems from that. For people,
I will say
right.
too, based on that, I've noticed that in my life personally, I've noticed that a wave of things have happened once I've just come to a realization of my role as a man. You know what I'm saying? It took a point to where it was like, okay, I'm just getting by, I'm working hard, but yet I'm not necessarily doing it with dominance, confidence, and with this certain mindset to, you know, take over. You know what I'm saying? I basically, at my job right now, I've how would you say, I mentor like 5 or 6 dudes. And it took a long time for me to really understand that I really was mentoring them, like whether it be from a work aspect or from a man aspect, even from a husband aspect or from a fatherly aspect. And it's so crazy because I'm just doing my job. And it just took like, Darnell, everything you do from being a husband, father, and, you know, being an, you know, employee and soon to be boss, you got to take control and do it at a certain level to where it's, you know, you're comfortable, yet you're in charge. It doesn't have to be like helping anybody this way or that way. You do what you need to do, and people are gonna show you, hey, you're doing right, and guess what? I want to do just like you. And for me to hear that, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I've never been that guy to have the all eyes on me, and people say they look up to me, but that's something I've grown accustomed to, and it's it took me just just walking with God and just walking with confidence, and having the right people in my life, and just just like the book says, man, just taking control. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be this, like you said, guerrilla warfare type dude. You definitely do have to be dominant and be confident in what you're doing. It's one thing I preach: be confident, and that's something that I've been growing with and learning from. So yeah.
Yeah, man. Again, salute to the way of the superior man. If you're out there, definitely get the book as our following grow and our finances grow. We'll probably do a little stuff like send out books to fans and stuff like that. I came across the book through the late great Nipsey Hussle. I don't know if y'all remember, like shortly after his passing, like there was like a thread going around of like some of the books that he's like recommended, and he's also known in the rap game for always recommending books to like his other rap homies. So yeah, man, salute to Nip for that gem before he left this earth. Appreciate it, Nip. The Way of the Superior Man. Go check it out, people, whenever you get the time. Yeah, man. Over in the NFL, today is Tuesday that we're filming this. This news of Carl Nassib, Raiders defensive lineman, coming out as gay happened yesterday on Monday. Live the Rapper, what was your initial thoughts about this news?
I just want to preface with, what I'm saying, don't fucking play with me. Don't be trying to act like I'm something that I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I love all people, for whoever you are that's finna try to play me when I say what the fuck I finna say. But straight up, just, what's my boy name? Michael Sam?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, in my mind, you know what I'm saying, he's the first. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he got cut. Who gives a shit? You know what I'm saying? We seen what Roger Goodell say his name, and he was in the NFL for at least 2-3 months. So he is the first. And the fact that, you know what I'm saying, it's being spun right now during Pride Month that he's the first, it's like, it feels agenda-y. I won't say it is. It just feels like agenda-y. You know what I mean? If Coach Johnson was here, he would agree. But anyway, that's the only thing I gotta say about it. You know what I'm saying? Huh?
Do them fingers again.
It's a little agenda is all I'm trying to say. So that's all I'm saying. So, I love all people, but with that whole he the first shit to make a headline on some shit, I don't really be feeling that shit. Me and my dreads don't fuck with that. But yeah.
Does he start?
Oh yeah, he's been. I don't know if he starts, but he's been in the league 5 or 6 years now. Yeah.
That makes a difference, though, bro. Hate to love it, because you see a person that's actually successful, and then the next steps will make a difference. If he continues to actually be able to play in the game, it's a difference. To a certain extent, there is that little cloud of that Michael Sam could have got shunned to a certain extent. Football alone, being a rookie is hard. Any sport, anywhere you go, being new is hard. Being new and being the first of.
I like that you said that. Let's talk about that.
That's all I'm saying.
No, I like that. I like that. That's a whole nother conversation now. That's a whole nother conversation now. And that's going into a wormhole now as to how the NFL would have treated the first Black gay NFL player. Now, that's a whole nother conversation. I don't want to get into that. I said what I said.
Yeah, so right, like, so in talking about like the media and like it may seem agenda-y. With any agenda, right, wording is important. So the way that they're labeling it with Carl Nassib is he's the NFL's first active openly gay, operative word being active, right? So I guess you would deem Michael Sam not active because he didn't actually play in the actual regular season. then there may also be other players in the NFL who may have come out after their careers, right? So they're labeling him as being the first openly gay active player in the NFL to come out while he's actually playing.
I'm sorry, America, into a nigga with dreads like me, who Mr. Conscious, you know what I'm saying? Niggas call me Furious Styles, whatever the fuck. To a nigga like me that says to me that you couldn't dare have him be the second gay player in the NFL. In some kind of way, this nigga had to be first. How do we do that? That seems a little agenda-y. That's all I'm saying.
Understandable.
We're going to use the words. We're going to contort the words and however we want to. And, you know, hey, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problems with nobody. I'm just saying this is the optics. That's all I'm saying.
Do you think he's going to get cut?
Who? Did I think that Michael Sam was going to get cut?
No. Do you think he's going to get cut? Do you think he's going to be able to play a game of NFL football? Is what I'm asking you.
Of course.
You think so? I don't know, man. It's just kind of tough. Like,
here's the thing, Darnell, right? So I don't know exactly where your question is stemming from, but like
this is America. Let's not do this.
But no, that's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying, right? So like
homophobia does exist.
No, it does, and I don't want to promise the listeners. All right, listeners, I'm gonna put his insert call Nassib coming out video here.
What's up, people? I'm Carl Nassib. I'm at my house here in Westchester, Pennsylvania. Just want to take a quick moment to say that I'm gay. I've been meaning to do this for a while now, but I finally feel comfortable enough to get it off my chest. I really have the best life. I got the best family, friends, and job a guy could ask for. I'm a pretty private person, so I hope you guys know that I'm really not doing this for attention. I just think that representation and visibility are so important. I actually hope that like one day videos like this and the whole coming out process are just not necessary. But until then, you know, I'm going to do my best and do my part to cultivate a culture that's accepting, that's compassionate. And I'm going to start by donating $100,000 to the Trevor Project. They're an incredible organization. They're the #1 suicide prevention service for LGBTQ youth in America. And they're truly doing incredible things. And I'm very excited to be a part of it, to help in any way that I can. And I'm really pumped to see what the future holds. That's all I have for you guys. I hope you have a great day. Work hard.
So as you heard in his video, he was quoted saying he's not doing this for attention, right? And he hopes that it gets to a point or place where come out videos and things of this nature are not necessary. And so how I interpreted hearing that was like, okay, well, you've been living your life private all this time. What's happened or changed that's so different, you know, compared to all the years you've been living your life to now? You feel like you needed to come out. Like, what's the true reason in that? You know, why do you feel like people need to know now? And from that, my mind began to wander in terms of like just thinking hypothetically, right? That like, what if? First I'll say this. First, he's donating to the what is it called? The Trevor Project, which is a organization dedicated towards suicidal prevention for youth in the LGBTQ community, right? So at first I was like, And he also said he thinks representation and visibility matters. So I interpreted that as him saying like, there may be people out there who feel like I can't live this way or whatever, but if he comes out and say, hey, I'm in the NFL, I'm doing fine, I'm openly gay, you know, and how everything is all right for me, it'll be the same for you, for whoever's out there, you know, struggling to go through life, not wanting to come out. I was like, I can understand that. You doing that, you giving up your privacy for the sake of helping someone else who may really be going through it right now. I can respect and I can appreciate that. But just you know, just spitballing ideas. I also had the thought too, in the sense of like, what if he was messing with somebody, a groupie, whomever, and they had whatever situation he was in or relationship he was in was not really going as well, and that person he was with behind his closed doors in his own privacy threatened to be like, yo, I'm gonna rat you out if XYZ, boom, 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 whatever, or extortion of some sort.
That's called blackmail, brother.
Blackmail, right? And like this video came about because he just had to get ahead of whatever somebody potentially like giving out that information. You know what I'm saying? So I was just thinking about all different types of scenarios. At the end of the day, do I personally care? Absolutely not. I think most heterosexual males who are comfortable in their own skin don't really care about the next man's preference at all. I think you've been seeing some of that throughout the NFL with guys showing them love, like, yo, bro, respect, salute. It's all good. It's all love. However, I mean, there may be guys in the locker room who may be uncomfortable. We don't know. That goes back to Darnell's conversation. Hey, this is America. Like, homophobia does exist. Like, do you think he'll be able to play? Does it seem like it's all cool now? But then when the season gets close, all of a sudden he doesn't get cut, but he just decides that, you know, the NFL is no longer something he wants to do in his life. So it's just all these different scenarios. But don't also want to come back and highlight, hey, he's donating $100,000 to the Trevor Project, which is dedicated towards suicidal prevention for youth in the LGBTQ community. So yeah, man, that's what all I took from.
Yeah, I just want to step out and say, like, to your point, man, it's like,
sorry, Sedacious. And another thing too, since that happened on Monday, his jersey has been the #1 jersey bought since that news came out.
Yeah. And like that's funny too. It's like, don't get me wrong, like, you know, you're not trying to say nothing towards your sexual preference. I don't give a shit about that. But don't be trying to say that you're not trying to make a scene when you did this shit during Pride Month and now your jersey sales skyrocketing. And you know what I'm saying? It's like,
I don't know if they reap proceeds from their jersey sales. I would imagine they do. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
I don't know if that's like property of the NFL in regards to that being under the shield and the logo and all that type of.
Right. Yeah, he probably get a little percentage. But to Darnell's point, and I'm gonna leave this alone. You're right, bro. We do live in America, and the America that we live in right now, if they don't accept him as a gay defensive end, they fuck around and be out of the NFL faster than him, bro. And if you are not living like that's the America that we live in, then you better get your shit together. Because they coming for everybody who got a problem with this new regime. And like my boy said, if you are not comfortable, you better get fucking comfortable.
Yeah. I want to also bring this up, right, Sedacious, just for the sake of, you know, I guess exploring conversation more. I wrote her name down. Okay, so forgive me if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly. Kumi Yokoyama came out today or shortly after Carl Nassib, and she came out as a transgender, and she has been a part of she's a soccer player for the Washington Spirit, a Japanese soccer player for the Washington Spirit. And so like when stuff like that happens today, I'm like, all right, Carl Nassib just, all right, he gay. Then this person just ran like transgender, like, I don't know what's going on. But hey, who's to say Carl Nassib being this big, you know, being in like this big macho man league, for him to come out, it gave her the courage to also be like, hey, if he can do it, I can do it.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, not sure how Coach Johnson would have spent this conversation, but yeah, man, yeah. So we in the NBA playoffs. It's getting. I always say it's bittersweet because like I always like love the beginning of the playoffs, you know, like those triple headers, those double headers, you know what I'm saying? Like this past Monday was like the first time since the playoffs started where we didn't have any games to watch. So as it slowly comes to a close, it's kind of just like, damn, man. But nonetheless, great playoff series have been had.
I'll say this, Edward, people's true colors have been shown. People have been exposed for who they really are. I don't know what more else we need to see on a few players that I won't name in particular, Ben Simmons. But yeah, man, it's been a hell of a journey. I tell you that. And Doc Rivers.
Hey, look, it's a lot can happen in a week, eh? Hey, man, but look, before we even go down this street, I am going to give the floor to none other than we haven't really kept up like on paper with like our predictions like we did with the NFL playoffs. But I know we have Darnell obviously on record picking the Denver Nuggets over Portland Trailblazers. He was right about that in 6. And he was adamant about the fact that he did not believe in the Brooklyn Nets getting past the second round. I feel like largely in part like
injury.
That's because of injury, but at the same time, I won't take that away from the Milwaukee Bucks because in the marathon to a NBA title, being healthy is a part of that. So even though that may not necessarily be I guess the cutest thing because it's not necessarily always in between the lines, even though players do get injured in between the lines. You know, being healthy is a part of being able to make that journey on the marathon to an NBA championship. So if you're able to get out of the playoffs healthy and get to the championship, more power to you. You know, I won't take that away, but I mean, personally, I'm gonna still be like, if they was healthy, like we seen what happened first 2 games. Fuck is you talking about?
Hey, no arguments over here on that.
So, but yeah, Darnell. So, yeah, and the reason I'm going to kick it to you, I know that like you're a basketball guy, you watch the game, but I still feel like a lot of your like disdain for the Nets is like because of like still like a little bit slight emotional attachment to James Harden. But I have never, ever seen you stop what you're doing on the job that you work tirelessly hard at to provide for your family, to take a break from your job to go on live or make you a story about your own NBA prediction to the point where you couldn't even wait to the pod. I was like, oh, this dude right here is feeling himself. So obviously we know how this series went. The Bucks won at 7. I'm gonna be posting a video in the near future of my prediction on like the Bucks and Giannis, which I think is people gonna find very funny. So yeah, so I was wrong, right? I was wrong with the Portland series. I was wrong with I was wrong here with the Nets Bucks series. I think largely in part it's because of injuries. I think I won't even say injuries, bro. Well, yes, injuries, because Harden wasn't playing like he was 100%. However, as we dig into this series, I have a stat for y'all that I'm curious for all y'all to comment on. But yeah, Darnell, the floor is yours. You were absolutely right about the Nets not making it past the second round. Boast in your glory, my brother, uninterrupted. Say what you have to say to the people, to your fans.
I'm not gonna do it long. It's only because it was a lot of factors that people overlooked. Seriously, like it stays clearly overlooked. Like Kyrie's coming off a lot of injuries, KD coming off of 2 season injuries and previous season injuries. It's like, and at the same time though, they're playing as if they're by themselves. They're overexerting themselves. That's the one of the main things. You got to like know your role. Yes, know when to like be aggressive and not to be aggressive. When to jail. You don't need to be y'all shouldn't be scoring 70 and 80 points, all 3 of y'all. That's not necessary. Not the way y'all doing it. Chill. Get y'all other role players involved. Get them used to making buckets. There's no way in hell you're going to be successful, even though there were injuries, that your 5 starters are the only people that scored in your last 2 games. That's ridiculous. Yes, there's about, you have a certain amount of people you want to get touches to, but only 5 people scoring, that is insane. I don't see a winning formula out of that. I don't. Yes, you don't need the whole bench, but damn, 5 only scoring in your team? Yes, you have injuries, but like I said, you need role players to step up. I mean, put up 15 points and 20 points a game and like be consistent. You've seen what these other teams have done. You've seen what Man did. They need some man type players. They don't have players like that on that Brooklyn team. They got rid of all of them. So with that being said, it was a little bit because of James Harden little hissy fit, but it was more of like they threw them together thinking that superstar get a random role player or two and we're gonna make it. That's not how basketball works. You got to jail, bro. They didn't jail. I'm sorry.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. There was a point where Brooklyn's crowd might have fucked them one time because they was counting down Giannis' free throw count. That nigga hit 7 straight. And I'm like, y'all better stop doing that shit. Like, for real. Like,
he's an emotional player.
One. They missed one. It was like, hey, it's too late now. That nigga hit 7 straight. But I'm sorry, bro. I would be remiss if I, did not say this and y'all talked about the Bucks, bro. But I don't know if y'all was watching, but Chris Middleton was playing like a fucking dog, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
Expound on that, because I know you sent the message in the group chat and you were saying that he was a marksman at the 3.
Bro, he's a dog, bro. I don't understand why people don't see that. Like, year after year, it's been him that's like propping Giannis up. Because clearly Giannis can't make the threes that it would take for you to actually win NBA games. You know what I mean? Like, it's like Drew Holiday's making the threes. Connaughton making the threes. It's Chris Middleton consistently, all these 3-point shooters, PJ Tucker getting a couple in there a couple of times. But, bro, it was points in this game. It was like, Chris Middleton is like, fuck KD, I'm the best nigga on this court. Like, fuck you talking about. When PJ Tucker fouled out, I was like, Chris Middleton was like, yes, thank you. Go sit your ass down. And
those shots are mine.
The fuck up. And I saw that shit, and I'm like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? Because KD scored on PJ Tucker twice. You know what I'm saying? He was not doing shit on Chris Middleton, bro. Like, James Harden would look for him, and he'd be like, okay, well, let me dribble over here because that nigga locking you down right now. Let me try to do some shit real quick. Like, go look at the tape. Like, don't listen to me. Like, go look at the last 5-6 minutes. What was that, a game, whatever game that was, game 7? And go watch Chris Middleton, bro. Go watch Chris Middleton. Even some bunnies. He was making Kobe Bryant bunnies, bro. And I'm like,
oh yeah, like I know you're talking about his defense, but I was very, very impressed with just him getting to his spot at will in the mid range.
Bro, and he's a dead eye. He's a dead eye shooter. Like he's the most underrated dead eye shooter in the league. I promise. Like, we know about the JJ Redicks, and JJ Redick been long gone.
But those are spot up shooters.
But I'm talking about people throughout the league's history, we've known to just shoot the 3-ball. Like, even, you know what I'm saying, Mike Dunleavy. We've known Mike Dunleavy to be deadly. Chris Middleton he's one of them ones.
Yeah. Oh, before you go
real quick.
Before you go real quick, hold the thought for everybody who may or not refreshing y'all on the game 7. Game 7, Giannis had 40 points, 13 rebounds. Chris Middleton had 23 points and 10 rebounds. Kevin Durant had 48 points. James Harden had 22 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. In that game 7, only the Nets starting 5 scored, so they had 0 bench points. The Bucks had 9 points from their bench, and in overtime, the Bucks outscored the Nets 6-2. And the Nets went 1 of 12 from the field. And in that series, obviously, because of his right ankle, Kyrie Irving missed games 5, 6, and 7. You got
role players can get you 8 points in overtime. And also, Steve Nash ain't no Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr has I'm not saying there's been no comparison, but that's what they tried to do. Take a recent athlete, throw him with some superstars, make something happen. Steve Kerr played with was sitting next to Popovich. Steve Kerr was sitting next to Phil Jackson, winning rings. Steve Nash has been close, but no cigars. That's not a winning formula.
I don't know if they necessarily had him labeled on the coaching staff, but he definitely was working alongside the Golden State Warriors those years when Kevin Durant was there. I don't know if you want to say he was a personal trainer or whatever, but I don't know if he was listed as an actual assistant coach, but yeah.
Nah. He needed to have been playing and in that player's aspect brain next to the championship, about to win it to understand. That's what Kerr has. Kerr knows those scenarios of how to win when it's the biggest games and how to get past that. Nash is great. I'm not taking away from him, but where's his rings at?
Yeah, no, I'm
saying.
I will say Giannis. Hey, bro, I don't know if you can say you proved me wrong, but like I think you stuck to your game, and like he would not allow himself to be denied from getting in the paint, even so much to the point where like it wasn't necessarily always in the transition Euro 1-2 step, and I'm dunking it. It was like, all right, I'm just bang you up as long as I can, jump hook. I'm 7 foot tall. I don't have to make it look that cute. And so I was just like, respect. They can't stop that. And if you gonna stay with it where the bread is buttered, you can be unstoppable, Giannis. You know what I'm saying?
KD twice. KD was pissed.
You know what I'm saying? So in that regard, Giannis, much respect. Obviously, I did not have faith in the Bucks offense because how I felt Giannis was limited. But can we say that Giannis this past game 7, even with the injuries of the Nets, can we say that like Giannis took like a major step, or is it like not so much because the Nets were hobbled? We'll see what you do against the Hawks. Like how do we want to go about like gauging like Giannis's like progress? I mean, obviously we would have killed him if he didn't show up. So like, what's the proper amount of respect and flowers do we give him for making sure like he had a 40 ball? Like even if KD had hit that shot, I don't really think you can be mad at Giannis's play that game. Or if it was a 3 that KD had hit, I think you got to still respect like Giannis's game. Do you think this just so happened to be what Giannis did, or do we think that this is a trend we're going to continue to see?
That's a great question, and I want to say that he was balling, don't get me wrong. But I think about this, Edward. If I know that James Harden is hobbled and Kyrie Irving is not playing, it's going to be some fucking fire and spark in me too. Like, all I got to deal with is KD, and I don't even have to really hold him like that. You know, PJ Tucker is taking that on one-on-one. All right, I'm going to try to do my thing, do me. So, yeah, he was balling, but one can say, like, come on now, like, Giannis, like, we all know how that series really would have went if the Nets were at full power, even if they starting 5 had scored. Like, I don't give a damn about that statistic, because if they starting 5 had Kyrie Irving in it, we don't give a shit about that statistic.
Honestly, bro, he really got saved by injuries, but I mean, you know, if he don't get past Trae Young, no excuse. No excuse. There's no excuse why he couldn't be in the finals. No excuse.
I think they're gonna win that series. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I think they're gonna win in maybe 6.
If they beat Atlanta, do they earn respect?
No.
I don't know if it's gonna be a high. No, they're
really.
gonna. This is what's gonna happen. If they beat Atlanta, they will get respect for making it to the finals, but the respect will stem from making it to the finals, not beating the Hawks, because beating the Hawks would be you doing what you're supposed to do.
With that being said, do you take that? I ain't gonna do that. Nah, I ain't gonna ruffle feathers. I'm gonna be good. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
No, come on, bro.
No. All right, if that's the case, then do we do that same thing to LA?
Do we do what?
With the Warriors being in the position that they were in, not being technically the best team and duo and system out, KD or no KD has been proven. Like, do you kind of flaw the Lakers bubble championship because they wasn't even involved or active, and knowing the whole entire league set up to play against the Warriors?
So
I know I'm thinking more deeper, so it's fine. That's why I want to bring it up. I'm reaching.
You're saying the entire league was set up to play the Warriors, and LeBron had to beat that league.
Say one more time.
Because you said
basically yes. Do you still flaw them to a certain extent, knowing that, okay, what if the Warriors actually did make it? Would the Lakers have done what they have done? If they actually Clay was never hurt. Like I said, they still built teams designed to beat Golden State.
Clay was hurt 2 years in a row, though. Clay was hurt 2 years in a row.
Absolutely. That's what I said. I was reaching. That's why I said, like, now I'm just reaching. Now I'm just kind of like hypothetically reaching now.
Clay was hurt. Clay was hurt, and then was like, hey, y'all, I'm hooping again. It was hurt again. And it was like, with this, it's like Kyrie just got hurt.
So, yeah, exactly. That's why I said I feel like I'm reaching. So I'm good.
So, right, there's no denying how how much of a
It's a good point though.
there's no denying how much of an offensive juggernaut, or lack of better words, there's no denying how much of an offensive rocket James Harden is. So he goes 2 for 12. He goes 2 for 12. he goes 2 for 12. Obviously, he says after the game it's a grade 2 hamstring. Obviously, he had to come back because Kyrie Irving was out indefinitely with the rolled ankle. And obviously, James Harden got better game by game. I want to think the first game he had 5 points back, and the next one maybe like somewhere in the 15, 17 area. Yeah,
18.
and game 7 he had 22, 9 and 9, right? But check this here out. Right, one could argue like, oh, you got to get James Harden a pass, dude was injured, right? But including this past game 7, James Harden, and I just want to know how y'all feel about these stats. James Harden is 1 of 7 in elimination games. So out of his 8 elimination games, he is 1 and 7, and he has gone 18 and 76 from 3.
He playoff material, of course. Boo boo.
I honestly, bro, like you can't. It's fluke. It's fluke. This is fluke. So I'm sorry, Houston Rocket fans who wanna lie on this. You can't do it. He was hurt. I'm sorry. Until you are in the NBA and you get hurt and you get on the court and you understand what that is like, you can't we can't.
Let me know when we're talking about Ben Simmons.
We can't associate that with this as it pertains to James Harden.
Because I'm not with James Harden, like you said, grade 2 hamstring. You can say what you want to say. Yes, Harden has had a history of not showing up in the playoffs. Granted, yes, he was injured. Do they win if they have a healthy Kyrie, a healthy James? Absolutely. It's not even close. It's not even debatable. In my opinion, like Draymond Green said earlier on the TNT show, verbatim, and I quote, "It ain't even close, Chuck. Like, good luck. I'm telling you." And that's, the Bucks was going to need to, get the win if those guys was healthy. So.
And I know, Darnell, like, we know you like eat, sleep, and breathe like team ball, and you hate the thought or the concept that like all 3 of those players could like wash the Milwaukee Bucks. But unfortunately, I guess for other people who feel like all you need is superstars, you don't get to see that because they got hurt. But I do too feel like based off how they play, I respect them and give them 6. But I'm like damn near inclined to say if they was truly healthy, gentlemen sweep.
Yeah, that was a stretch saying second round, but I'm saying overall, bro, like they needed some extra people, bro.
Oh, but real quick, Darnell,
they had 2 more good people, just regular role players. They would have won. I'm not even denying that, but they just got big player heavy.
How do you feel about the stats that I had read for James Harden, Darnell?
I knew this. This is something. This is healthy James Harden. That's the scary part. That's healthy MVP 3 times in a row, 4 times in a row. Come on.
Scoring champ, yeah.
Bro,
scoring champ. That's what I'm saying.
That's not fair.
That's not being realistic.
James is a likely suspect in the playoffs.
So Sedacious, you say
finals.
So Sedacious, you say that's not fair. Are you saying that you feel like James Harden? Are you saying you feel like in must-win games like these stats are from elimination games, 1 and 7 and 18 to 76 from 3? Are you saying, Sedacious, you feel like through your eye over the course of time, you've seen James Harden step up big in playoff games where they actually needed?
What I'm saying, what isn't fair is if James Harden is half of the James Harden that he is.
Got you.
With what KD is doing, they're going to beat the Bucks.
Yeah.
So like, I get that James Harden by himself with Chris Paul and Westbrook and all his whole supporting cast, nigga didn't show up. He was going against the juggernaut in the West, bro. He was going against the Golden State Warriors. They was never going to let him have that. So
I know, Sedacious, I'll be honest with you, bro. I would challenge you on that because we can't act like some of those games that James Harden were in, that like it was just full blown gone conclusion that like the Rockets had no chance to win. Now, granted, right, we have the what game was that where the Rockets missed like 25, 27 something threes? Like
that
we
was
can't
game 7.
Game 7.
That was game 7. We can't necessarily put like games like that strictly on like Harden, but like let's not act like Harden like games haven't been within like James Harden superstar Rocket talent to take over and knock down shots.
Okay, so now we're talking about two totally different things now. Now we're talking about James Harden being a Rocket, him being a Rocket and not showing up there against the Warriors versus him being hurt and not showing up to be KD's Robin.
We can't fault him for that. I agree with you. We can't fault him from that.
So I'm saying, so like I wouldn't even look at James Harden, bro. It's like ain't got nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? Because what KD did, if James Harden even give a shell of himself, bro, they're gonna beat them. And the reason why he was a shell of himself because he was hurt. And that what goes back to my point. If you ain't never played in the NBA, bro, and know what that's about, we don't have no room to speak on that.
All right. So I've been waiting for this. I have been waiting for this. So last week, had our episode, and the episode was basically the future of Ben Simmons, the potential of Ben Simmons.
Where did we see it?
Went around and we said, yo, Isaac, Joel Embiid or Ben Simmons? Isaac said, I'll take Joel Embiid. Sedacious, Joel Embiid or Ben Simmons? Joel Embiid. I chose Joel Embiid. And then there was the sore thumb that was sticking out of the glove. That being Black Peace, who said that he would take Ben Simmons over Joel Embiid. Now, one reason Darnell said he would take Ben Simmons over Joel Embiid is because Joel Embiid is injury prone. And my golly, I tell you, that boy Joel Embiid was out there playing, averaging a double-double damn near with a torn meniscus. Who would have thought it? Jesus Christ. You talk about a guy being tough.
20 and 10 double-double, not just one of the regular ones either.
Right. Yeah. Thank you for the sauce, Izzo. Thank you for the sauce. And so and we were trying to express to Darnell, like, hey man, we understand that shooting isn't really a part of the game, but you don't necessarily have to shoot. We just need you to be able to come up with some buckets, man. You're starting.
It's actually the opposite of what you said there. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and correct you. Shooting is very much so pivotal and very much so a vital part of the game. Go ahead and continue.
Yeah, it's a vital point, but from Darnell's point of view, he didn't feel like it was apparently, right? From Darnell's point of view, he didn't feel like shooting needed to be that much. He didn't value it as a point
we
guard.
saw over the span of those last 3 games, what we saw is an epic collapse of, dare I say, gargantuan proportions. Oh, you want to talk about some of the most embarrassing, eye-boggling, mind-blowing shit that you want to see? Again, when I was in the middle of my 3-game describing a Ben Simmons shit show, I'll go ahead and resume. What we saw from Ben Simmons, and I want to go ahead and read off a few stats. And Edward, if you can, go ahead and get on the computer for me, and please go to Basketball Reference or ESPN and tell me the last few totals for Ben Simmons' last 3 points. I want to hear those point totals. If I'm mistaken, I think game 5 he had 4 points. Game 6 he had 6 points. And I believe on game 7 he had a whopping 5 points. And the audience may ask and wonder, why is it? Surely he didn't play that many minutes. Did he get hurt in any of these games? I want to say to you, he was quite healthy for all of these games and played an average of 35 plus minutes per night. And the reason why he could not have played more is because he's a fucking liability in the 4th quarter. In one of those games, I believe it was game 6, if I'm not mistaken, they started to foul him with 8.5 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Not 8 seconds, Not 2 minutes, not 3, not even fucking 5 is what the last 2-minute report would deem the last section of the game, last 5 minutes. They started to foul him 8 minutes left into the game. What does this do to a person? It damages them psychologically. From then on out, he was defeated. You can see it in his talk. You can see it in his walk. And yes, I said see it in his talk. I'm literally seeing the bullshit he's telling players, and they're not believing it. They're not buying it. Last game, game 7, and I'll get off of the Ben Simmons train. I believe it was about a few minutes left in the third quarter. It might have been top half of the fourth quarter. Ben Simmons passes up a wide open dunk, a layup. He's literally underneath the goal. What does he do? He drops it off to a person who's literally 6 to 7 feet away from the basket, who has 2 defenders on them. Why does he do this? Because he is now scared and psychologically damaged that, hey, if I get fouled, I have to go to the line and hit free throws, something I cannot do. Because furthermore, I cannot shoot. I cannot shoot outside of 2 feet. I can't shoot outside of 12. Damn sure can't shoot outside of 22 feet plus. And this is your king. This is your all-star. This is your franchise beacon. This is the person in whom you want your future to lie with hope if you want to, start a franchise. I'm not saying he's going to be your first option, but you've spoken very highly of him. And somebody of that ilk and caliber, I just don't believe they should ever lay eggs like that in regards to single-digit points. You don't even scratch 8 points, dude. That shit is fucking disgusting. It's disgraceful. Trade his ass, move on, try to get CJ McCollum, somebody who can shoot, not scared to shoot. Maybe Trailblazers, maybe they got some patience for him. I'm just saying. Yeah, I know you don't want him either, but I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. But the Sixers, he's done. That fan base is done with. They're tired of waiting. It's been 6 years, bro. It's going on 7.
All righty. All righty. So just for reiteration, game 4, 11 points, 9 assists. Game 5, these are the stats of Ben Simmons. Game 4, 11 points, 9 assists. It's just
last 3 games.
It's depressing how it declines. Yeah. Game 4, 11 points, 9 assists. Game 5, 8 points, 9 assists. Game 6, 6 points, 5 assists. Game 7, 5 points, 13 assists. We pride ourselves on trying to give it provide every aspect and angle of whatever conversation we're having. I don't know if y'all saw the interview of Ben Simmons, basically talking about the shot that everybody said he passed up, right? Isaac, he was basically saying the guy that he had beat, he felt like he was like over his shoulder, and he went up, he was going to get his shot blocked or whatever. But those are Ben Simmons' words. I just want to provide full context for everyone out there. All right. So I felt like Isaac, you were being very, very nice. I feel like you're being very nice on Ben Simmons and talking about him. And ladies and gentlemen, why are you guys harping on Ben Simmons? It is because someone is under the belief of whatever religion it is that they believe in, that Ben Simmons is a superior player in the league. And I personally don't believe that that's...
So he's not a superior player.
No.
And please, and if you're going to rebuttal today, please do not make a regular season argument. Please do not do that.
Because he ain't shit in the regular season either. I'm not too hot about them stats either. If you want to know them, they're very pedestrian. He didn't make the All-Star team this year for a great reason. I would have took Julius Randle over him in a heartbeat. Because Julius Randle can score. He has mid-range games. And apparently he's grown into a 3 game as well.
It's just really hard. Like, what I'm trying to think about is how you grow up not trying to 3, 2, 1.
Right. All right. So let me keep going, Sedacious, and we're going to come back to that. Right. So Sean Izzo, you've been very nice on Ben Simmons, who Darnell felt was a very superior player over Joel Embiid. All right, so let's check. Let's check out. So we talked about how 11
Let's
points.
compare stats. That's fun.
No,
right?
we're gonna use his stats, right? So he declined game 4, 11 points, game 5, 8 points, game 6, 6 points, game 7, 5 points. Let's talk about his shot attempts. We're not going to talk about the shots he made. We're going to talk about Ben Simmons' shot attempts in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Game 1, Ben Simmons went 2 for 2 in the fourth quarter. Game 2, Ben Simmons went 0 for 0 in the fourth quarter. This is a starting point guard. Game 3, Ben Simmons went 1 for 1 in the fourth quarter. He only took one shot. And guess what? Somebody asked me. Somebody say, yo, E, from games 4 to game 7, how many shot attempts did Ben Simmons have, a starting point guard? How many shot attempts did he have in the fourth quarter from games 4 to 7?
Oh, I think I know.
You want to take a guess, Izzo?
I will say a fucking 0.
Absolutely. A starting point guard who, again, Black Peace thinks is superior over Joel Embiid. And he's a starting point guard, guys. And mind you,
the question was who I
No,
I never said superior.
We're not done. We're not done. And here's another thing, right, Sean Izzo? Field goal attempts don't only count on jump shots. They count on layups. They count on putbacks. They count on alley hoops. However, dunks. You know what I'm saying? So we're not even requiring them to shoot at this point. We just want to see a bucket in the fourth quarter when your team needed.
But you know why he can't be aggressive in the fourth quarter? Because his game is predominantly layups, dunks, and putbacks. And guess what you may get if you go for one of those? You may get fouled.
And that brings me to another stat. That is a beautiful alley-oop, Izzo. That is a beautiful, beautiful, magnificent alley-oop. He may get fouled. Ben Simmons went 34.2% from the free throw, and that is
worse than Shaquille O'Neal.
No, that's not worse than Shaquille O'Neal. That is by far the worst in NBA history of the postseason. 34.2% from the free throw. This is the guy
over Joel Embiid.
This is the guy he wants on his team. And
ladies and gentlemen, don't smoke crack, don't do heroin. I don't know if
is there not another point guard that hasn't been good at shooting?
Hey, bro, you
guys Seth Curry. He gave you one game like 7 threes.
Seth Curry. Read off Seth Curry last 3 games.
Oh, he may be the 2.
Read off Seth Curry last 3 games. Point total. I'm talking about point total. I want to hear this.
This game
I know. This is about to blow your mind.
All right, I think
Ben Simmons got steals and blocks.
This for you, Mega Mind. This for you.
Seth Curry.
Where your team at?
Seth Curry had 16 points.
Still trying to figure out what y'all teams are
My
at.
team at home, brother. I've already accepted that the Lakers have been eliminated.
Seth Curry had 16 points in game 7.
Okay, wow, 16, huh?
He had 16 points in game 7. How many points did he have?
Ben Simmons have steals and blocks?
I think in game 6 he had 36, if I'm not mistaken. Steph Curry?
I was like, he had 36 blocks. What? But so they should just talk about
he had 36 points.
36
and
points.
He had 24 points, I believe, in game 5.
So what, like, because I need to know what the fuck did you do in the game? Because he had to be around for steals, blocks, or something.
24 game 6 is over.
24 game 6.
Yeah, he had 24.
And how many in game 5?
Game 5. Ben Simmons' highest assist total was in game 7. He had 13 points. 13 assists, Audacious.
Right.
Again, if you give me 5 points and 13 assists, I appreciate you get other players involved.
Oh my God.
We pay you $170 million
30,
He gotta get
30.
5 more
For
points.
the fucking basketball.
Yo,
get in
they
double
so check this out, right? So the Atlanta Hawks game 5, they lose 109 to 106. Joel Embiid gives you 37 on a torn meniscus, eh? I may be wrong with the meniscus. I know it's something torn in his knee.
It's torn.
Okay,
It's torn.
Okay.
It's torn. You right.
Torn ligaments in his knee. He gives you 37 points. Then Seth Curry gives you 36. We lose by 3 points. We lose by 3 points. The Sixers lose by 3 points.
We need to get at least 10 points, bro.
Guess who
we need at least to get.
And
10
he
points.
had 8. Oh my God, he keeps falling short.
He had 8. Can you give us 11? Can we tie the game?
So all right, so we could run off on his stats all day long. So we sung your praises with your Nets Bucks pick. I really want to
very short-lived.
I don't care. I gave you the floor. You didn't want to run long. You took it short. That's fine by me, my brother.
No, y'all rebuttal and complain, but that was fine.
What was the to rebuttal? If you don't mind me asking.
Y'all said injuries.
Wait, so
y'all said injuries.
What? Who? Injuries to who? Injuries to who?
You said injuries.
What's the
first thing y'all said? As soon as I said the net situation, y'all said injuries.
If he can average a double-double.
That's true. What
is he
you
still?
mean? Nigga, Kyrie Irving and James Harden was hurt.
And I called that. Somebody don't get hurt, and they
didn't play.
They're not good enough.
All right,
he
Darnell.
actually missed a couple games. Joel Embiid didn't miss no games, bro.
All right, Darnell. Okay,
that's
all right,
Darnell.
You called that. You also called the fact that you prefer Ben Simmons, and he has not showed you to be a very smart basketball picker in a pickup game. I would like for you to address that, please.
Address that point.
He's already addressed it. He's gonna try to work on it in the summer. What else can you say?
Wow,
he's been garbage.
That's been his answer for the last 4 years.
He has not taken no shot attempts. Like you said, he has been mentally fucked.
His Instagram.
Okay, all right.
What am I supposed to say?
Here's a question then, Darnell. Since you don't know what to say, I'll give you the same question I gave you last week: Ben Simmons or Joel Embiid after what you just seen.
I wouldn't pick neither one.
Wow.
Man, get out of here, bro.
All right.
That's pride.
Neither one of them proved
neither one. You got to pick, bro.
Wait, so gun to your head? Gun to your head is what you said?
Gun to your head.
Gun to your head, you just gonna die.
I'll pick Joel. That's fine.
All right, thank you.
Gun to you. You got to put the gun to it.
That's fine. I mean, Joel still wants to
so if Ben Simmons gives you a double-double, is he still superior?
No.
Because he could give you 10 assists, 10 points, and a couple steals, right?
All right. So Sedacious, check this here out, right?
I'm not role player.
I'm not going to ignore stats. Like productivity is productivity. You gave me 10, and you also got 10 assists. Some of those could have been by 3 balls, some threes. All right,
great role player.
I can't call that superior because who's to say you didn't get 10 and 10 in the first half and then you go ghost in the second half? We already see what the resume looked like when he ain't even took a shot attempt in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, no, he ain't shown himself to be superior so far.
Not a superior player, bro.
That's the thing about it. Y'all think I'm gonna defend something that I clearly seen? The dude got mentally fucked, bro. Like one thing he already
that's
the thing about y'all. Y'all want to argue about stuff that's like y'all want to keep valid. No, he's not ready. He got mentally fucked.
I spit at
okay. Say it.
And I rained on your Ben Simmons parade. That's all I'm saying. Fine. I wasn't trying. It wasn't like
proven right. Congratulations. Right, am I supposed to defend something and be wrong more? No,
We just wanted to hear your comments on it, brother.
There's nothing to. I've literally been seeing it all week. That's the beauty of it. And it's like, damn, you got to come to the realization you were wrong. Fuck. Like the media, everybody, the world is saying this boy sucks. Right. And it's at that point where no. Let me finish up. No, it's at that point where it's like instead of like being a cocky asshole and society, well, it's this. Well, there is no it's this, it's that. The dude, he needs to work on his game. He has everything else in lock. And I mean, at this point, it should be golden from this point. But it's all on him. It's all on him. It's his point to make that. Everybody has praised the fact that, bam, you can block and steal, rebound, pass. All you gotta do now is one clean shot, and that's all on him at this point. There are people that feel like that's all you gotta do, and that you're gonna be dominant, and that is what it is. It is like what I will say, 5 points. That's like I even texted you, 5 points ain't gonna get it. 5 points is not gonna get it. Like
So
even if it's
like it was
not
be
jump shots, you can still get 14 points driving in, making a way like Giannis did. You can find a way to get points. You can find a way to get buckets just because you don't have a shot. He let all that shit mentally get to him. He was doing okay, coasting, making it, getting by. But the moment it gets to the point of like they're exposing your jump shot, saying, fuck it, you know what? Let them make their jump shots. Let Joel go for 50, go for 40. Fuck it. We need you to do something. He got mentally fucked and he nutted up. Instead of beating it up, he nutted up.
What's your question for
There's
Darnell,
nothing to say, bro.
Sedacious? What was your question?
No. So I want him to kind of elaborate off what Isaac was saying about him being mentally fucked. When did you, because we talked about this, maybe a week or two ago. So after that, when did you see where, okay, he's not going to be what even I expect him to be because he's out of it.
6 was getting to me, and then I say 7 was like, all right, Ben, like that's unacceptable. Like 6, I was in there, I was hanging in there, like, come on, Ben, you can pull it together, give me 15 driving in, something, make it happen. And then that game 7 was like, yeah, Ben, 5 points in a crucial game, like hell, Giannis just put up 40 doing practically the same thing you're doing, except for what 6 more jump shot attempps. Like we got to do better. I want to say
Giannis had made
bro, I would love to defend, but what is that really to defend? Hey, look, I'm wrong. Fuck. I really have nothing to defend.
I respect you on that, Darnell.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to cop out.
No, I respect you wholeheartedly on that. And I think the reason I'll take that, because if you did try to defend, that'd probably infuriate me more. But what I thought your defense for him was going to be, I felt like, and I don't know if you still feel this way, last week when we left the conversation, you were just saying, hey, bro, I'm going to choose Ben Simmons because I believe that he deserves time to develop a jump shot. You're still entitled to feel that way after how he played. Yeah. Do you still feel that way? You still rather give him time to develop a jump shot, or like, are you like completely like, is no saving him at this point?
I feel like he should have not let that get to him. He should have found some kind of way to be a winner. Like I do believe that he has enough ability to find a way to be a winner. But like I said, like I kind of happy he did say what he said. Like he got mentally fucked. And I'm saying, honestly, I'm the main one that plays that card. Mentally fucked. And at the end of the day, dude, it's from the free throw line to the open shot opportunities to it got to him, bro. Like, and the thing is, what's up?
I'm sorry. I was gonna say, are you paraphrasing that he actually said he got mentally fucked, or you just saying like that's what his body language gave off to you?
It's even the comment of like, I need to get better. That technically shows you I know I'm messing up. I know I'm not producing the way I need to be producing at the level to be able to be a winner. Like
I get this from Floyd Mayweather, right? When like guys spar with him at his boxing gym and stuff like that, and how eventually when Floyd is like in training camp, he eventually switches like his sparring sessions to like at night when like around the same time as the fight, because he knows like preparing his body mentally, physically to like be able to compete at that particular time at night or whatever. He was just saying like, yo, like when the lights come on, it is different. Like a lot of players think, oh, I had a great sparring session, but like when the real lights come on in the crowd and so on and so forth, and I bring that up from the sense of like, bro, it's not hard to go find footage of Ben Simmons in open gyms, turn around fadeaways, step back threes, walking in, like, you know, making consistent free throws. It's not hard to go find that footage as if he can't do it. I just feel like I guess you go back to the mind for there's something about when the lights come on, it's like he doesn't want to mess up in front of people, so he just reverts back to like all he knows. You know what I'm saying?
And which goes back to my logic of it's not the most successful, but look who I got around me. Like, why put myself in jeopardy and my stats and my productivity when I got a shooter here, I got Embiid right here, MVP candidate. Like, I'm not saying it's the best solution, but that's what they're going with. They're rocking with it. And at the end of the day, like, they let a young team expose the fuck out of them. And it's like, fuck, dude. Like I said, Ben, this is all on you now. It ain't about nothing else but
do you still feel like
getting in that gym and getting yourself together, brother?
After this particular series, do you still feel like he's a top 20 player in the league?
Yeah, bro. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I love about respect the game because we have to fucking respect the game. I've been questioning it, and I've been trying to put to the point of where.
Come on, close us out. Close us out.
Where? Now, where I'm not 100% where, but
no, it doesn't
agree.
have.
What's up?
I'm not looking for a specific number. I'm just saying, do you still view him to be in the top 20? I don't care if he's just 21. Do you view him to be in the top 20?
Honestly, this in particular thing brought his stock down, dude. Like, it brought his stock down. I'm being a realist. It brought his stock the fuck down. He had 3 games, which I believed in, for him to put up some kind of productivity, and it didn't work. And he let the mental and everything get to him, bro. And I wanted him to, and I felt like he could. He had the weapons to distract, but he didn't use them.
Like, so you are saying Ben Simmons is not a top 20 player in the NBA currently?
Shit, man, I don't want to be that person to put an asterisk on it, but until these playoffs, absolutely. Before then, I was convinced he was. Until these playoffs, second round, with a smidget of the first round,
yeah,
he's letting me down, bro. He's letting me fucking down. I believed at one point wholeheartedly he's a top player, but fuck, dude, like, I can't go against the facts. You got the paperwork right there. The paperwork's right here, goddamn it. Like, I'm not too real to be fake. I'm sorry. I'm too real to be fake. I believe in it, I believe in it. But if you're gonna play like this and you're gonna let things mentally get you in the playoffs where mental should be absolutely there, bro, you're letting me down. You're
a bust.
You're not.
And when you reach a certain plateau, players of the Jordan and the LeBrons and the Kobe ilk, like, they'll tell you the game is 90% mental once you reach a certain peak in your career, right? Even the Kevin Durant's and the Stephen Curry, like, he playing with muscle memory. He ain't even playing with, like, true physicality out there. Real quick, trying to get it from all aspects as we talk about the Hawks 76er series. It isn't all Ben Simmons' fault. They had a 15-some plus lead, a 27-some plus lead.
Doc Rivers supposed to fucking maintain, and that's why I'm not even fucking defending him as much, bro.
Doc
damn it.
Rivers.
Doc Rivers is six.
He is not a coach who makes in-game adjustments.
You know what? I take that back.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
He had Chris Paul. I'm shut up. He had Chris Paul, so I get that. He fucked over Chris Paul. So yeah, I'm gonna shut up. You're right.
Doc Rivers 6-9 in game 7s. That is the most. I want to say that's the most losses in a game 7. Either he's had the most game 7s as a head coach, or he has also had the most losses. I'm not sure, but nonetheless,
probably
the actual
both.
The actual fact is Doc Rivers is 6-9 in game 7s. So how much blame do y'all want to give Doc for losing this series?
A lot of it. He should.
A lot of it too. God damn it, take the boy out.
Because you being up 25, you don't have one of those games. It's no excuse that you don't win it. I don't care if it's going into, the third quarter, whatever the case may be. You're up 25 points on a team.
In the playoffs.
You just have to continue to make in the playoffs.
How you don't have a
system? You got to close it. You got to close the deal.
Either your system is ass or you don't have a system.
But I do say, though, doesn't some of the blame go to the coach for knowing his players and knowing they can bring to the table?
So your system is ass or you don't.
But no, check this here out, though. We got Doc Rivers retracting on his statement, telling people, hey, if you think I'm going to take Ben Simmons out in the fourth quarter and you don't know basketball, and what does he do at the next game after making that statement?
He takes him out the fourth quarter every game after that, bro. Literally.
So
because he was a liability at the free throw line.
Right. And so for you to say, Doc Rivers, yo, if you think I'm gonna take him out, that means you don't know basketball. You took him out. So do that mean you don't know basketball? I'm just trying to make sure. I'm just trying to, see what you mean.
No, he tried to play chess with a mentally broken man at that point, to be honest with you. That's what it seemed like. He tried to play like he's no matter what his record says, he is a checkers type dude. He's not chess. Doc, he may lose a lot of games at fucking chess, but he's a chess type motherfucker. He gonna try to mentally fuck you. He gonna call his team roaches, one of the most disgusting crawling things on this planet, just to boost them up to let them know they hustlers and they scratch and crawl and get what they get. You know what I mean? He's mental more than anything else. So I feel like, yeah, it was a passive aggressive, beautiful disaster.
Coaching, and it's not.
Yeah, that was with the wrong squad. Yeah, that was a beautiful disaster. Looking at
You
everything,
being
man, was a
passive
beautiful
aggressive with
disaster.
fathers, nigga. Get the fuck out of here, boy. Who am I supposed to pass this ball to?
Fine.
Yeah, that was a beautiful disaster if you look at everything on paper, bro. Like,
Yeah.
beautiful disaster. It was everything possibly go perfectly wrong.
Hey, Ben, keep being yourself out there. Keep being yourself. No, don't be yourself.
Bro, I got swindled in the fucking going for these damn Sixers,
Express
bro. I don't even
yourself
worry
like
about these
that
damn
now.
Sixers.
Nah, bro, you
Say
didn't get
in the
swindled
games.
in going for the Sixers, bro. You got swindled in
No,
like believing in
the
Ben Simmons, bro.
Yes, absolutely, bro. I know what. No, you're right. And you brought it out of me. And you know you did. Fuck you. You know you did. You know you did, nigga. Yeah, snicker if you want to, but that's true. And that's fine. Yeah, you know you did.
Hey
That's
man,
okay.
look, we respect the game. When you right, you get your praise, and when you wrong, you gotta defend
You wrong,
it.
you get shitted on.
Right, like from both sides. So even
That's
with
all
my
good.
even with my Milwaukee Bucks take, like, and I'm the editor, so I can easily be a hoe about the shit. Like, I ain't gonna put that out. I'm gonna be a G and I'm gonna stand on it and put it out.
You be still being a hoe, Edward. I ain't gonna lie to you. You be having Edward in the chamber. You be having Isaac in the chamber, like, Isaac, we for the kill Darnell today. You ready? All right.
Hey, you know what was funny?
Right,
you know what was funny?
Carry out. All right, Isaac, you go.
Hey,
all right, hold on, Isaac, hold on. Carry out. All right.
Hey, Sedacious was funny.
You mad, Darnell? You mad?
Yo, Dacious, I'm starting to text Isaac today and be like, show this nigga no mercy. But I didn't even text Isaac.
I didn't have to.
I didn't have to.
But you need to get about the beauty of me, though. That's the thing about it. Like, I'm not the person. I'm not going to defend wrong.
Nostrils can fly any longer.
Bro, this is the thing. If Ben Simmons' game was truly like a 50-50 debate, I wouldn't be mad at Darnell. Bro, but it's not to me. Like, it's clear cut this, like, what Ben Simmons is, bro. And so I just struggle with his faith in him, bro. That's all.
Hey,
man.
when I'm loyal to a situation, I'm loyal to a situation. It's like with Denver, bro. It's like you didn't believe in him and everything. It's like, I gotta believe what I believe, man. Like,
yeah, man.
Until proven wrong, I will accept being wrong. Accept being wrong is how you further in life. You keep trying to believe the same shit. When they keep showing you shit, that's when you're wrong. No, I need a good clear cut. I get it. It's like that day when I told you LeBron couldn't shoot. And literally, that exact same game against the Detroit Pistons, he proved to me that day, Darnell, I can fucking shoot. Shut the fuck up. I said, okay, yes, sir. yes,
yeah, man.
Shoot.
Thank all of y'all for tuning in. This is a great episode. Obviously, great, a far more NBA or just sports takes in general, especially for the playoffs. We didn't dive into it. Obviously, we got some more time. Who knows if the series are over by next week when we air again. Los Angeles Clippers going up against the Phoenix Suns. I'm rooting for the Phoenix Suns to win it all. Don't know if they will. You got Kawhi Leonard out for game 2 with the knee injury. I'm not sure if that's indefinitely for the rest of the playoffs. They're still
definitely indefinite. They just not trying to leak it so fast.
Yeah. To like give the Suns an edge. Yeah, true indeed, Izzo. So yeah, Western Conference Finals, Clippers versus the Suns. Right now, the Suns have a 1-0 lead. Not sure where they're going to be at when y'all listen to this. And then you have the Milwaukee Bucks going up against the Atlanta Hawks. Milwaukee is the 3 seed, so they have home court advantage. And for the Phoenix Suns, they have home court advantage over the Los Angeles Clippers. We'll dive into that conversation more next week. So yeah, man, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for listening. Make sure when you get some time, go check out The Way of the Superior Man. Yeah, man, great episode. Thank y'all for listening. Make sure y'all get in the comments. Give us y'all feedback, whether you agree or disagree with us. We promise you, I feel like we did justice and making sure y'all respected the game this week. So we'll see you beautiful people next week.